Hello and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. The Sao Paulo region of Brazil has decided to allow 3 people to enter into a civil union. 2 women and 1 man who live together will be given legal rights like a married couple. It comes just 1 year after a Brazilian court allowed a same-sex civil union to be converted into a gay marriage. Three-way civil unions are also available in Holland, which has also allowed gay marriage. Critics say this is what happens when marriage is redefined. Next week, the European Court of Human Rights will hear the case of Lillian Ladele, the Christian marriage registrar who was disciplined by bosses for asking not to be involved in registering same-sex civil partnerships. Her bosses tried to force her to register the gay unions, even though it was not part of her job description. She went to court claiming religious discrimination and harassment. She won her case, which gave rise to national media attention. Her victory was later overturned on appeal, and that decision was upheld by higher courts. The UK Supreme Court refused to hear the case, and so Miss Ladele has taken her case to Europe. The hearing in Strasbourg will take place on Tuesday the 4th of September, but the judges are expected to reserve their ruling until later in the year. A group of protesters gathered outside Parliament yesterday to call on the government to reform Section 5 of the Public Order Act. Section 5 outlaws insults, and some police officers have used the law to clamp down on peaceful, legitimate public expression, including Christian open-air preaching. The government has promised to consider a change to the law, but it has been accused of dragging its heels. The Reform Section 5 campaign is supported by the Christian Institute, the National Secular Society, the Peter Tatchell Foundation and others.
We're here to say that Section 5 needs to be reformed. The Comrades poll showed that 58% of MPs do support the repeal of the insult clause from Section 5, and that 62% of MPs do not believe that mere insults should be criminal offences. People, while we don't want to encourage them to be insulting, should be able to say things that some people might find insulting.
A new campaign video has been launched by the group. You can see the full video at reformsection5.org.uk. Sex education has failed to tackle British teenage pregnancy rates over the last 40 years, an academic analysis of the data concludes. Professor David Payton looked at the statistics and says the under-16 pregnancy rate has not fallen significantly in 4 decades. He thinks more should be done to reduce the number of youngsters having sex, rather than doling out a never-ending supply of condoms and contraceptive pills. But the sex education lobby has attacked his conclusions, saying that Britain should follow Holland's open and accepting attitude to teenage sex. People who smoke cannabis regularly before the age of 18 run the risk of damaging their intelligence, a new study shows. Users were also found to have more problems with their attention span and memory than non-users. Dr. Madeline Meyer, who led the study, said the message was clear that the drug is not harmless, particularly for adolescents. She added, "Somebody who loses 8 IQ points as an adolescent may be disadvantaged compared to their same-age peers for years to come." Professor Robin Murray, a consultant psychiatrist, said, "It is, of course, part of folklore among young people that some heavy users of cannabis seem to gradually lose their abilities and end up achieving much less than one would have anticipated. This study provides one explanation as to why this might be the case." Well, that's all for this week. For more information and regular updates on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.